Hello and welcome to another edition of the Otter's Den Cool and Groovy Things with Keith and Joni.
Good evening.
Oh, hang on. I got an echo somewhere.
Uh-oh. Am I echoing?
Nope, that's me.
You're an echo.
I didn't,
Noodles just got
YouTube
up.
page all the way turned down, so it was coming through.
You know, with this new laptop, I don't even use a mic or anything.
Yeah, right now I'm just using the laptop cam and microphone. That's it for right now. I've got that essentially a movie camera that I bought, but I was using it for a while. Hi, kitty. Hi, kitty.
Noodles.
Noodles.
Noodles is gonna wait, go that way. She's gotten so fat. Of course, we've adopted her now. We've taken her.
Yeah.
But now she's eating the computer. She's chewing on the side of the computer. She gets a little bit in trouble, like attention seeking. And I've got a bag of treats sitting here in case she gets bad.
There you go.
I do. Look. Oh, look, here she comes. Look at her face. What do you do awesome. They love these temptations.
Yeah. For the love of God, do not say the word SNACK or TREAT. Because this one will hear it.
She'll go crazy. That's how this one is with food. It's unreal. I've got to put her on a diet, or I'll start giving her shots of Ozempic. I'll give her some of my shot. You got to lose weight. Oh my God, she's huge. I don't know how much she weighs, but she's funny. So we've got quite the week. Quite the full moon tomorrow. Quite the full moon.
Yeah, it is jam-packed with energies. What's that? I'm sorry?
Your background is amazing.
Thank you. Thank you. It has been a long journey to get to where I'm sitting right now. And it makes a hell of a difference. You know, just walking from the living room, which is still studded insulation, into the dining room, which is where I'm sitting now. Just the energy. I mean, just being able to see that I have, I mean, it's not finished. I don't have a plaster on it, but it's lath. It's a wall. I have an interior wall.
But it is so cool. I love that. I might have to steal that idea when I move.
Yeah, now that I got the plaster lath up with everything spaced correctly, you know, for the plaster to go through, and I'm sitting here looking at it, and I'm like, maybe I just should have made them out of lath with no spaces.
I love that.
Hey, you. How you doing, sis?
Thanks, Renee.
You're feeling better, girl.
This week already, I mean, I think Vicki and I were looking at where her Saturn is, and that all moves tomorrow. We have a full moon in Virgo tomorrow. An hour after the full moon hits, Saturn moves into Pisces.
Yeah, right now it's at what, 29 degrees?
Yeah, and Pluto's at 29.
Yeah, Saturn and Pluto are both at 29 degrees, 11-11. You can't make this up. That's when I was born, 11-11. I live at the corner of 11-11, 11th and K.
And you know, it's important like to take this time now because we've been in Aquarius, remember, for 3 years. What is Aquarius? It's freedom. Aquarius is all about freedom. What does Saturn do? It restricts. It says, no, you're going to mature and you're going to do this. And I'm going to face plant you and I'm going to show you.
It's time to get it done. Yeah.
But then Saturn gives you a hand. It says, now I'm going to extend my hand and I'm going to help you up. Right. Not like Pluto. Pluto comes in and says, done. You're down to the ground. I'm going to burn it down. It's just too much. And we're seeing both ends of those happen. You can see it. I mean, look at the news cycles. It's nonstop information overload, basically. And it's just crazy.
There's so much stuff happening out there that the media is reporting on, but yet the media is not reporting on. I'm not going to get too far into that.
You can't.
I don't want to get flagged.
Well, all you got to do is look at the cycles, and it's everything that we have talked about for 3 years.
Yeah.
And it's like, I was talking to a girl I work with today, and she's like, I cannot believe the accuracy. Because at lunch today, she's like, where's my Saturn placement going? Well, hers is going into the 6th house.
Yeah.
Virgo. That's day-to-day routine. That's your health. You cannot be in your head like this. It's Virgo. Right. And, Virgo's Mercury. Mercury, it's all about being in your head and overthinking. And she's like, I'm doing that right now. Well, you say, universe, how do I learn from this? Show me.
Not why is this happening to me? Ask, what is this showing me? What is this teaching me? What is this helping me with? And it's a difficult transition. You have to reprogram your brain essentially. And that takes time. But like when I got scammed, it was like, I just lost everything again. I had to sit down and think, okay, wait, no, I have not lost everything. I have my home. I have my appliances. I have my truck. I have clothes. I have utilities. I did not lose everything.
That's right. And it's a difficult, what happens when these outer planets shift like this, you can feel anxious. You're very tired. Because this is a gigantic shift. Yeah.
And don't sit there and wait for that shoe to drop.
No.
Don't wait for that face plant. Because the more you think about getting face planted, the more the universe is going to hear that. Okay, you want to get face planted? Here you go. Just let things flow.
Let it flow. But I'll tell you, if you haven't gotten whacked by now, I think you're in pretty good shape, because you're going to feel these effects. But you know what? It's lessons that you've learned. Look in your chart. Both you and I are Aries risings.
Yeah.
So it's going to hit at the same place for both of us, which is the 12th house. Secrets, prisons, hospitals, things that we don't want to see. This is a beautiful house for Scorpio, because Scorpio loves to dig.
Yeah.
Find it.
Yeah. Yeah, we do.
Saturn is not happy in Pisces, because Pisces is the mystic. It's creative. It's religion. It's dreams. It's the end. Saturn wants structure. Saturn wants us to have a game plan, wants structure, wants you to follow it. Stay in line.
Yeah.
This is the time that you look for your soul's purpose.
Yeah, and that's something that takes a lot of work too. You need to start working on yourself in order for that purpose to stand up and say, "Here I am."
Yeah, I'm hiding at this point. I'm just going like this. What? But
it is what it is. Let's get through it and move on. Let's go forward. Don't let, if you get face planted, something happens, don't let it knock you back 2 steps. Get up, shake it off, say, okay, thank you. Help me to get through this. Ask your guides, ask your angels, will you please help me?
Ancestors.
Show me the way, show me the path that I'm supposed to be taking here.
I'm done looking. I'm finished. Are you ready? No, I'm
just
not.
Oh yeah.
Well, a good example of what Saturn can do. I'll make a long story short. Yes, Gail, or I can look it up, but yes, send it to me. Send it on Facebook. She can send it to me on Facebook. I can look it up.
Thank you.
Send it on Messenger, Gail. Joni Templeton Skinner.
And there's a lot of karmic stuff going on right now as well.
Saturn is karma.
Yeah.
This is karma.
Whether it be good, bad, whatever.
It's whatever you've jived up.
Yeah. And it could be from past lifetimes. It could be from this lifetime. If something is happening to you and you sit back and you analyze it and you understand, okay, this is because of this in this life. Okay. That's this life. If you analyze it and you cannot come up with a single reason why this is happening, it may be from a past life.
You know, that's funny that you mentioned that, because that happened to me. What, 6 years now? I don't know, 3 or 6 years ago, because Saturn rules in 3-year cycles, 2.5 to 3 year cycles, right? And so, to make a long story short, in March of 3 years, when Saturn went into my 10th house, I found out I was going to have to drive 100 miles each way to work every day.
I remember you telling me about that.
And I'm like, how am I going to do this? You know, I don't have my car. What am I going to do? Okay. So I had to do it. 3 years away from retirement, where I got my full medical benefits. I didn't have a choice. I thought, okay, suck it up. Do it. For some reason, you better do it. So I did it for 3 years. I never complained. I mean, I was so tired. I would leave at like 6 a.m. and I would get home at 7 p.m.
Yeah. That's a long day.
Yeah. Long day, because you're in your car for 2 hours.
Yeah.
So in March of 3 years from the time I started to drive, when Saturn went into my 11th house, is the day that I moved back up to my other station because of COVID. It ended as quickly as it started.
Isn't that phenomenal?
So I guess I didn't know the lesson, but I did it. Maybe it was perseverance.
That could be. That very well could be. Peggy, why are people from my past trying to reconnect?
Because that's very, very common. And it's also common around a full moon.
Yeah.
We've got to see what's going to happen tomorrow. Is the full moon goes into Virgo. And then an hour later, Saturn shifts over into Pisces. So Pisces, and you know, we have to look in your chart. It could be maybe the 5th house is when 4th house, 5th house. That's when old past things start to pop up. And so that's the lesson that Saturn is showing you.
And you got to look at what happened with that person from the past in the past. Okay. Now this person is coming back up. Why are they coming back up? What do I need to learn from this person coming back into my life? If I separated from this person, has this person grown enough to reconnect? Do I want that to happen? Right. You have full control over that situation. You can say, okay, we'll try to talk, or sorry about it. That's your choice.
Maybe it's something that the person also, maybe they have to apologize to you.
Very well could be.
Right? You know?
I've had quite a few people come up in the last 3 weeks from my past. All of a sudden, here you go, right here in my face.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Not personally, but via a third party. Okay.
Crazy.
And one of them that brought this to my attention thought I was going to freak. And I'm just like, okay. She got a message. This person got a message from somebody from my past, a Facebook message. And she sent me a screenshot of it. I'm like, oh, that's a virus. That's a virus scam, virus scam comment thing. You know, let her daughter know she got hacked. And just in case she didn't, I got a hold of this person's daughter and said, hey, let your mom know she got hacked.
So it was a legit virus, or the person that was trying to call you I thought you meant they were a virus.
Okay. This person that I'm speaking of got hacked. And so the person that hacked their Facebook account sent this message out to all of her contacts.
Wow.
Okay. So I let the person that let me know about this know to contact her daughter to inform her, hey, you got hacked, change your password, so nobody else gets hacked. But this person thought I was going to freak because, here this person is in my face. It's like, no, you just need to let her know she got hacked. It ain't no thing. I'm healed from this situation. I have no reason to freak out. I'm fine. I'm okay. I'm good. Just let her daughter know. And so I let her daughter know just in case they didn't. And it come to find out that this person left a certain situation. And like, okay, hey, cool. That's going to help this person. I hope, I wish the best for them. That's all I can do.
But that's weird, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. But it's the universe saying, hey, where you at? Let's see where you're at. I know what you want because you verbalized what and who you want. Are you really there? Yeah, I'm there.
Well, and you know what, too, in these transits, if something negative pops up and you give it energy, don't, I guess the more energy you give something, like you said, don't look for a face plant because you'll get it. But when you accept it and learn to heal from it, you're taking that negativity and making it a positive.
Yes, you can control. You may not be able to control the situation, but you can control your reaction. You can take a step bath. I guess I need a bath. Or do you need a bath, Freya? I don't know. Anyway, you can take a step back.
I'm not doing that very well right now.
You can practice the pause. Say, okay, I need to take a minute to think. I need to take a minute to breathe. Let's think this situation through. Don't just blurt out words. Don't freak out. Don't. It's like,
I did that. I'm doing that lately.
Take a breath.
It's the Aries rising.
Yeah, relax. If you have to, put some meditation music on, light some incense, whatever you got to do to just sit back, take a minute.
No,
if you need to excuse yourself from a situation, say, excuse me, I need 5 minutes. It's okay to do that. It is. Hey, Chris, what you doing?
Dude, I'm running for my phone to call the police and slamming doors. I can't.
Well, I mean, there's certain situations you need to react, but
I know
there's other situations where you can control your reaction, and that controls what happens in the future.
Right.
That controls what spirit does to help you.
I know. It's a tough lesson.
It is. Damn right it is.
It is a tough lesson. It is tough. Is Gail still here? Yeah, Gail's here.
Yeah.
Gail PM'd me her info. Oh my gosh, she's such a Libra, but although she's really a Virgo, but she's really a Libra. Yeah, I God, Renee, I'm telling you.
You need to find that's a very good point. Find a healthy, if you're frustrated as hell, if you're pissed off,
yeah,
it's okay. It is. It's okay. Find a healthier way to let it out. That's a good point right there.
That's hard for Libras because Libras Libras don't show anger. It takes a lot for a Libra to get mad. Gail, you're in luck with this because guess where Saturn is going?
Brenda.
Or Gail.
Yeah.
Oh, who? Gail. Oh, I thought Gail was saying Gail needs to get out of her current work situation.
Yeah.
That's where she sent me her info to look and see where Saturn is going. It's going into your 6th house. Now, that is your house of work, your day-to-day routine, your job, what you do, your interaction with people, your health. So Saturn's going to clamp. Now, Saturn will clamp down with work and get out of my current work situation, but it's a difficult situation. Saturn puts restrictions on things like that. So Saturn's going to say, I want you to take a look at it. Saturn speaks of, I'm going to show you, and you're going to have to sit down and think about or write it out what's going on with the work situation. What can I do personally to improve this situation for my own sanity?
Yeah. Can you improve the work situation enough to continue in that same work situation? Or do you need to just find something else and then
Saturn won't on the delays and the until that lesson is learned, you're stuck. I don't want to say you're stuck. Oh,
she's
that's
working on it?
so man.
She's working on it.
It's hard. And
In,
it's right now it's tough with the jobs, and especially, and that's Saturn will do that. Did this just start or has it been coming?
I'm supposed to tell you to just give it a month. Give it a month. Be patient. Give it a month. That's over. Oh, give it a month. Give it a month. Give it a month. Give it a month.
Gail, for Gail.
Gail, give it a month. I don't know why. They're not telling me that, but give it a month. Let things flow for a month.
I would for sure, because I'm going to tell you what Saturn will do. Unfortunately, the current situation is difficult.
Yeah.
There's every Saturn throws lessons at us.
Yes.
So you're going to have to ask, and I would ask and say, what is this lesson? Ask your ancestors, ask anybody, and look at it like, how can I turn this around?
How can I use this to my advantage?
It's tough with a job. And what's tough is when you're working day to day in a situation where you're not happy.
The 3D
people. And that's when you learn to just vibrate above all the noise.
Yeah.
And that's tough. That's a tough, and also with Saturn going in the 6th house, health. Yeah, health is a huge issue. To start better eating habits, better any kind of health issues. It's a good time to start a good program. It's a good time to, like, if you're going to start into go to a gym or start keto, or just, and if you're eating healthy and living healthy, good, keep it up. It's a great time for that. But that you're in this pattern for 2.5 years. I hate to say that, but you can always look for another job. But the hard part with karmic lessons is if we don't fix them when they're right in front of us, they follow us.
Every Mercury retrograde, every Pluto retrograde, it's just going to keep coming up. And every time it's going to get a little heavier until you stop and pay attention to it and say, okay, help me repair this. Not fix. Fix is temporary. How do I repair this situation? What do I learn from it?
How do I see it?
This full moons are for release. What do you want to give up from out of your life? What are you done with? Is there an addiction you want to give up? Is there people that you want to walk away from? Is there a house or a job that you want to walk away from? That is what the full moon is about. New moon is for bringing new things into your life. Full moon is for releasing things from your life. And where it's a karmic situation, with the planets right now, there's going to be things coming up. Probably have been, and you need to do your full moon affirmations and release what you no longer want in your life.
Full moons will always bring people from your past. This one particularly is a chatty one. It's in Virgo. Virgo is an earth sign. Virgo is the nurturer. Virgo is analytical. Virgo wants to know all the facts before it makes a decision. It's ruled by Mercury. Mercury is going, there is so much Pisces energy also involved with this moon. It's going to be a good cry, Brenda, because this full moon is so psyched for emotions. You're going to see all of a sudden you're going to start crying like in the line at McDonald's getting an iced tea. Let it go because it's healing. And just know that this is a power-packed emotional one because it's overloaded with Pisces energy.
Yeah. I'm going to hit on Gail's comment right there. A lot of us do, Gail, but we can't.
Not me.
We have to pick our battles wisely so we don't give out too much of our energy to people that don't want the help. If somebody asks us for help and honestly wants that help, awesome, here I am. But if we just do the codependent thing and jump up and run and I can save you, and they don't want the help, it ain't going to do a damn thing except waste time, I don't want to say waste because you're trying to do something positive, but you get the point.
When you heal yourself, you're in essence healing everyone because it's a rippling effect.
Yeah.
Work on you. Work on you. So, Brenda says that does make sense. I just came a little 4 months ago, and I haven't quit. So I think, it will, because everything is shifting with the Pisces. See, what happens is a Virgo, it's in Virgo, and you're going to be in your head a lot. So the brain tomorrow is going to be going 1,000 miles an hour. Mercury is also out of, yes, you do. You do need it. And it's by the way, yes, Chiron. You're right, Brenda, because Chiron is very active in this full moon.
The wounded healer.
The wounded healer is very active. This is an extremely healing full moon with Pisces energy. So write that out and write down, this is how I want to heal. This is where I need to heal. Honor the process. Don't push it. Honor it.
Yeah. Howie and I were talking about this on the Paranormal Outlaws on Saturday night. You know, this very part of this very thing.
Honor. Gail says, I cannot shut off my brain. No. And if you have a lot, let me look. See where Mercury is in Pisces. Mercury doesn't like Pisces.
You don't have to shut it off. Work on redirecting it. Change your thought patterns. It ain't easy. It takes time. That's what I had to do. I still find myself sinking back into old thought patterns. You know, sometimes a cycle will come up and I find myself sinking back into old thought patterns. And I have to tell myself, stop it. That was back then. This is who you are now. You are a better person than who you were then. Stop it. It's okay to just stop and take a minute to do that.
Well, Gail, your sun is in Virgo. Your sun is in Virgo. Your Mercury is in Virgo.
Tomorrow night.
God, you're going 1,000 miles an hour. God love your heart. Slow it down. It's going to be difficult to do so. It's going to be emotional. But even with that much Mercury energy, it's naturally very quick in your head. So do it in a constructive way. Do it creatively. Do that creatively.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it takes time. Like I said, I've been on this healing journey for 5 or 6 years now. And I still catch myself. It's okay. But the difference is now I catch myself. Yes. I stop myself.
You're a Scorpio. You overthink everything.
Oh, and can't help it. I'm just gonna let this out, okay? I'm just gonna
let it rip.
Okay. I don't know how many people know about Scorpios. The sexual energy in a Scorpio is off the chart. So I'm walking down the street. I'm walking through work. I'm catching. I'm walking down the street and something catches my eye. Like, stop it. Stop it. No. No. You are here. That is not a good thing for you. Stop it. Perfect. All the time.
Well, yeah, you're the only people that chuckle and make funny comments are when Uranus is put on the daily horoscope. It's either you or Greg, both of you all are Scorpio stelliums, and that's all I see.
Uranus on the horoscope? Oh, horoscope.
Yeah.
Sorry, I misheard you.
Perverts. The perverts of the zodiac. Scorpios are perverts. I still love Scorpios.
Thank you.
Libras drive them crazy. Oh, look at. Oh, listen to Howie. Ask Joni about me and Pisces. I know about you and Pisces. Howie, run.
Hey, Shannon knows. It's
Shannon. Well, you know, actually, a Scorpio is really good with Pisces, but the Pisces has to be a high vibing Pisces.
yes.
And they're tired with this full moon.
She is.
A lot of exhaustion.
Yeah.
Uranus on the horoscope. Okay. Brenda's a Taurus. I love Taurus. My dad was a Taurus. I love Taurus.
What house is this hitting on with Shannon? 31165.
Well, wait, here, let's look. And if you guys want me to look this up for you, either put it in the comments. If you're not comfortable with putting your birth date down, I maybe they should PM me their birthday and not put it.
That's fine.
Right? Because can people do stuff with your birthday?
I don't think so.
Can they hack you or do weird stuff?
Not unless they have several other pieces of information.
Oh, okay. I don't know because. Okay, so we'll find out from where it's going with Shannon. I thought I looked at Shannon.
That's the way I am with a Libra and a Gemini. It's a hell no. Sorry about it. And no offense to the Tauruses or Geminis in the room. Just saying.
Aquarian what's he say? Aquarius looks at Pisces and says, oh, hell no. No, you didn't. But now you will. You know, it's that Aquarius and Pisces is this is the reason with Aquarius and Pisces. Aquarians are humanitarians and they believe in equality for everybody. There's nobody ahead of anybody. There's nobody behind anybody. Everybody's equal. So they have a tendency, people think they're standoffish and they're not. Well, then the Pisces gets their feelings hurt and they run and go hide in a room.
Not wrong.
Drives you nuts. Put your big girl panties on. Stop.
Now I'm not going to put my big girl panties on. I don't have any big girl panties, and I would look mighty funny in big girl panties. Just saying. Now I might put my big boy pants on and my boots.
Cowboy boots.
Yes. My shit kickers.
Oh, for the love of Pete. What's her birthday?
3/11/65.
March 11th. She got a birthday coming up.
3/11. Yep. Oh my God, that is coming up.
Einstein, get it. You better get a card and some flowers.
Oh, I'll get her something else. But
women want flowers. They don't want something else.
I know.
There you go again. That's all y'all think about.
That's not what I meant. You went there. You went there that time. I wasn't even thinking about that until you mentioned it.
Perverts. What time was she born?
I don't know. I do know it was in Texas.
Oh, well, that helps. Do you have a city?
No.
Well, what do I look psychic? What do you want? What?
Just go do the other ones and I'll send her a message.
Text her. Oh, for the love of Pete. For the love of Pete. Okay, Renee sent me hers. That's so funny. Oh, she was born in Texas. You need a city. Texas is a big state.
Wait, it might have been Topeka. Hang on. I'm on it.
Oh, yeah. Boy, you're on top of it, aren't you?
I'm doing good remembering her damn birthday. Just saying.
Well, yeah, I think you need a gift. Flowers. She's going to be very tired this week. Okay, Miss Renee. That's so funny. Well, Keith and I are the 12th house. That's of secrets. That's karma. So we're going to get whacked.
Okay.
We need like bubble suits, like shrink wrap suits.
Renee's got bubble wrap all ready to go.
Yeah, bubble wrap. That's what Renee. I got bubble wrap here for moving. I got bubble wrap everywhere. It's all over the place. I don't even know where I'm moving to, but I'm moving. That's what we like. Don't lie, pervert. She's right. Yeah, Texas, Christy's right. Texas is big. It probably has 2 or 3 time zones.
Yeah.
Maybe. Does it?
1 or 2.
Kentucky has 2. I'll bet Texas has 3. Maybe.
I'm trying to write this stuff down as we go.
Okay, so Miss Renee, yours. Okay, here you go, Renee. You're moving into the 9th house. I think my daughter's going to the 10th house. So, Renee, the 9th house. Renee, you still there? I'm going to have you. Oh, Christy, I'm going to help you get an awesome condo. Yes, thank you. Christy's going to help me get an awesome condo. So, Renee, 9th house. This could have to do with a father figure. This is higher learning. This is also can be foreign travel. It's higher learning. It's education. This is ruled by Jupiter. So this is going to be with learning, teaching, Renee, duh. It's teachers. It's expanding with coursework. It's like maybe taking extra classes. Where do I need to go? So that's the 9th house. It's also religion and faith. This is a time when you might be testing your faith as well. Do I believe in this? Is this where my belief system is? So you start to seek out other belief systems. So it's really not so much as this is kind of a really questioning type of a placement in the 9th house. It's your higher education, learning, teaching, foreign travel, and it's Jupiter. It can also be legal system as well. Maybe I like the legal system. What else? Let's see. Spiritual goals. You can begin new studies. I hope that helps. It's a good placement, Renee, actually. But it's a time to sit back and look at where you are with where you want to go to. So it's all about, questioning new religions. It'll be a brand new study to open up a lot of doors. So I love to study religions. Does that help, Renee? And you've also got, we'll do Pluto next, Keith, because Pluto is going to move as soon as after Saturn moves. So then your Pluto moves into your 8th house, Renee. So they're back to back. Back to back whams. I hope that helps. You have a grand trine on your chart too, by the way, Renee. We'll talk about that. A grand trine is beautiful. That's pretty amazing. And it's in fire signs. Holy shit. We'll talk about that, Renee. It's in Leo, Saggy, and Aries. It could be teaching too, maybe teaching in higher education. Grand trine. Some things can be a little easy for you, Renee. So this is, we'll talk about it. That's awesome. A grand trine. That's neat. People born with grand trines are born with blessings. Keith, what are you doing?
Seeing if Shannon texted me back yet.
Oh my God, patience. It won't me. I didn't get double whammied. That's beautiful to have a grand trine in your chart like that. And fire. You
Okay.
have no problem starting anything, Renee.
She can do it.
Oh, anything she puts her mind to, she can do.
Yeah.
And it comes fairly easy. It won't phase you.
Big bucks, no whammies. Remember that show? Big bucks, no whammies.
Did you write down anybody's birthdays?
Yes. Brenda Hickerson.
Okay, let me look at Brenda's. Our Taurus.
Okay, May 20th, 1968.
I just typed in Brenda.
You sure you're not psychic?
May what?
May 20th, 1968.
Okay.
And it was Tawas City, Tawas.
Tawas City, China?
No, Michigan.
Oh, okay. China came up.
7:54 a.m.
7:54 a.m. It did. It came up. Tawas, China.
Really?
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Mr. Wild Bill, how you doing this evening?
Okay. Make sure I got this right.
And Joni says you can use, or Renee says you can use her birth chart anytime for anything.
That's neat.
Susan, we are talking about Saturn and Pluto changing signs, moving into a new sign tomorrow, along with the full moon, and what house is going to affect.
So where it'll be concentrated at the most when it shifts tomorrow, where you're going to feel the effects for the next 2.5 years, what karma you need to work on, and where it's going to be kind of directed. Did I get this wrong? Okay. Okay. Mate, she's a 29 Taurus. It's very close to Gemini. Let's see. Okay, Miss Brenda, let's see where you're at. Saturn. Going into your 10th house. Saturn is going into your 10th house, Brenda, which is career. That's your career. It's how people look at you. It's completely your house of career. So once again, this could be a change of a career. Something may change in your career. You could also be up, so that's where it's hitting in yours. Let me see what else on my notes that I put for the 10th. Career. That's all I put, career. But when it hit my 10th house, I had to drive like that. I didn't know what the lesson was, but it could also be moving, changing jobs, being offered a new job, saying, is this what I want to do? But it impacts your career. Does that help, Brenda? Maybe you want a new job, get a new job. I ended up having to drive.
All right, Shannon got back to me.
Oh, I'll tell you what else, Brenda, you've got going on now, because you can write, because you have Mercury in Gemini. Mars is hitting your
Here she is.
Mercury. Hi, Shannon. So start writing again, Brenda.
See, that's something I'm supposed to be doing right now as well.
Well, whenever you see Mercury placement in Gemini, these are people that are born, they have the ability to write anything, very creative. And Mars is hitting that right now. So jump on that.
Okay, Shannon, whenever you're ready.
Okay, Brenda, I hope that helped. Let's get Miss Shannon.
At least I remembered her birthday. I mean, that's got to count for something.
You
right?
said
3/11/65.
Yeah, you did know that. He did know that, Shannon.
I could say something about that, but I'm not going to, Shannon. I'm just going to Dip it right there.
For the love of Pete. God. What time?
Okay. 8:37 p.m.
This is great that people
Oh
know.
my God. Oh my God. I just
What?
made a synchronicity.
I'm sure you did.
8 and 3, 11, 7-Eleven. How long have I been seeing 7-Eleven? Years.
You have for a long time.
Duh.
You post it all the time.
I do.
We all see it.
7-Eleven. And I looked up the angel number meaning the other day. It means growth, moving forward.
Yeah. It means move forward with the 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
That's
and then
neat.
Grand Prairie, Texas.
Grand Prairie. That's neat, though. Don't you love to see those things?
It's verification.
Confirmation. I have a Pisces baby.
While you're looking that up, Brenda Hickerson, I had a career. She helped so many people start businesses. Just can't wait to move away from here, though. Her career died with Chris. How you doing? Keep your feels out.
Career died with Chris.
Yeah, something's going to come up. And it may not be in something you're even think you're interested in. It might just be something totally new, and you give it a shot, and you find out you like it.
Well, it's going to impact your career. Move away from here, though. My career died with Chris. Why did it die with him?
Maybe the business was his. I don't know.
I don't know. We'll ask her. Wow. You kidding me? She's a rising Libra.
What's that?
Shannon is a rising Libra.
Yeah, now just I have to take a step back and take off.
That's hilarious. Shannon, it's going into your 5th house. This is wonderful. It's your house of love life. Love affairs. I'm choking. Things that you like, things that we enjoy, like sports, fun, children. It is children. It can have things where things matters come up with children. Maybe you need to sit down and be more restrictive on a child. Set boundaries.
We ain't having no babies. You're saying.
No, you're not going to have babies. See, I didn't even say anything about you having a baby, and you're thinking about having a baby. There you go again.
I'm thinking about not having a baby. We got grandkids. We can borrow them for a couple hours, fill them full of sugar, and send their ass home.
I know. But it's all about love affairs, things that are fun. That's a good placement. It's in your 5th house. That's where her sun is. Venus, Saturn. So that's where that is.
All righty. Interesting.
As I'm choking. I don't know why I'm choking.
I didn't do it.
You made me laugh. She's a Pisces stellium too, by the way. Pisces stellium means that there's a lot of planets in Pisces when you were born, Shannon. They're all in your 5th house, by the way. You're very creative.
No wonder why she likes to fish so much.
It's Pisces. I don't know why I'm choking. Okay. Is she got a Saturn return? Or is she 30? 65? No. Oh!
I'm not saying her age.
2nd Saturn return.
Oh, this one could hit big. It's either going to be smooth as hell or it's going to hit big.
It's hitting right now. You get it when you're 30. When you're like about 60. Saturn return. So it's look back when you were 30.
Yeah, what was going on then? Because it may come up as a cycle now.
Oh,
similar.
It won't. It will come up.
I was trying to be nice, but yeah, okay, it's going to come up.
Oh yeah, no doubt about that. But usually, second Saturn returns we've gotten wiser. We're starting to become empty nesters. The kids are gone. It's time to. It's actually just another phase of looking at your life again, going, okay. When you're 30, you look at your life. But then you don't look at it with wise eyes. You look at it like, damn, I was stupid. But by the time you're 60, you start to sit down and you're like, the wisdom comes out. And it's like, okay, now where do I want the next 30 years to be of my life?
There's a country song about that.
Is there?
Yeah.
Well, that's what happens with the second Saturn return, but it's hitting now. So
drink a little more lemonade and not so many beers. Maybe I'll remember my next 30 years.
Saturn return. Second Saturn return.
Shannon, she was getting a divorce and moved to Colorado. Girl,
when she was 30.
Well, and this is interesting because we just got a divorce not too long ago. It was mutually agreed upon. It was needed because of certain paranormal reasons. And we knew that if we were going to do anything with this, we needed to completely start over. So that's what we're doing. And she moved to Colorado. Well, she's the plan is coming home. So it's interesting.
This is interesting.
I know how that one turned out. And I got a feeling I know how this one's going to turn out, and it's going to turn out a lot better.
Well, here's the thing with your intuition too, Shannon, because there's, number one, Pisces is the psychic sign. But Pisces,
you can't get nothing past her.
No, because her moon is in Cancer and she's got Neptune in Scorpio. So, and her moon trines, I don't want to talk like that because it's almost like talking over, but her moon is trining Neptune. Now, what happens with when people are intuitive and they feel, because water signs feel, they can walk into a room and they know if that person is evil, they know if that person is going to pull out a gun and shoot people, or they know everything. A Scorpio too, but it's intuitive as Shannon is. What happens with the moon and Neptune, you always want to look for intuition. You look at moon and Neptune placements. When they are trining, sometimes Neptune clouds over the intuition, so you don't trust it. You have to start trusting that intuition because it's right. Yeah, 150% of the time, your gut feeling, anything you feel or you hear that voice, Shannon, listen to it. You're right.
That's it.
It's all there.
Yes.
I'm looking at it. And the peacemaker, the consummate peacemaker nurturer.
Go see Peggy. Just saying.
Well, she's got to be to put up with you.
I will not deny.
God love her heart. Trust your intuition, Shannon.
Any woman that can love this man is one hell of a strong woman, just saying.
And she's a saint.
She is.
She's knighted sainthood. Let's see. Her north node. Let's look at her north node. I love looking at people's charts. They're just amazing to me. North Node is in Gemini. Learning to speak out. Learning to
back up a minute.
That's her sole purpose. Gemini.
Gemini.
I'm saying all the magic words, aren't I? I'm hitting every trigger that you got today. Oh, stop it.
We're going to have to talk about
North Node. Okay. Do you have anybody else? This is a great chart, Shannon.
Yeah. Susan Swanbeck.
Oh, Susie Q.
Yeah.
Susie Q. She's so sweet. She's so funny. I'll tell you what. Susan's show is tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, Susan. Is it Susan? Susan, you on there? Because her show is phenomenal. I love to just listen to her show because she'll read you. Susan, is it 8 o'clock Eastern? You're Eastern, correct? Yes, 8 o'clock Eastern. Rift Nation. Well, we're Rift Nation.
Yes.
Soon to be Rift Nation in April. And Mysteries Beyond the Scenes is coming back.
And I'm just going to throw out a shameless plug. The Otter's Den is moving to Rift Nation.
Yes. This the announcement. Otter's Den is moving to Rift Nation.
I have made the decision.
Good for you. So I'll be a guest like every other Monday after my mystery show.
Yep.
Because you're behind. So after we do this show, I'll do mysteries and then jump on with you for the astrology for the week.
Okay. Sounds perfect.
That's what we've been doing anyway.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, I love Rift Nation. We will be the Rift Nation in April. Coming on strong, good shows. It's a great group of people. We got a great vibe. I can't wait. I'm so excited.
It's going to be phenomenal.
I want
really
a new t-shirt. I want a red t-shirt.
Up and forward. That's the only way to move right now. Up and
I
forward.
love it. I'm so excited.
Let the haters hate. It ain't going to slow us down.
No, we're used to it. We just throw it, knock them over. So, okay. Susan, what's her birthday?
6/19/1965.
June 19th.
Yeah, 6/19/1965.
Tune in to Susan's show tomorrow night. If you do not, it's Raven. And I mean, she does readings. She's a phenomenal reader.
Yeah, I've watched it before. I try to catch it when I can, but I got to write all these things down and just put them in my phone so I get a reminder.
I
was getting notifications for a lot of them, and then all of a sudden Facebook just stopped sending me notifications.
Facebook is shady. What time?
1:29.
PM or AM?
Looking. AM.
1:29 AM.
Yep, I forgot to write that down. Thank you.
Okay. I'm going slow. I'm sorry. What city and state?
Norwood, 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 Massachusetts.
Oh, for Pete's sake, I gotta spell out Massachusetts. Holy cow. Okay. We have a Norwood, Ohio. Okay, I'm gonna find it.
Okay.
There's a lot of Norwoods. Okay, here it is.
My third grade teacher was Mr. Norwood.
Really?
Yeah.
With transits. All right, Miss Susan. Let's find you. But boom, she's a rising Aries. You're in our club.
Welcome, girl.
Welcome to the club. Welcome to the 12th house club. That's us, the two of us, because yeah, we're both Aries risings. So this is, oh Lord, this is things that were hidden can come forward. This is when hidden things come out. Secrets. It's the house of karma. It's the house of, it can be prisons, it can be hospitals. It's the end of a big cycle too, because of the fact that the 12th house is the ending house. It's endings. And what else did I tell you it was, Keith?
When you have endings, that leaves room for new beginnings.
Oh, it's fears. It's you face your fears too. It's also attachments. So Saturn is going to show us some secrets, karma, endings, end of a cycle, all things that were hidden, outdated, that no longer serve us later.
Yeah, and I'm sure Susan knows this. I'm preaching to the choir here, but karma isn't always a bad thing. If you put good out in your life, Spirit may surprise you and say, "Here, you've done awesome. We're proud of you. Here's cookie."
Oh, Girl Scout Cookie Month. Saturn rewards like no other.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you're in the 12th house club with us. Aries risings coming through strong. That's awesome. That's fantabulous. That's fantastic. And your moon is in Aquarius. Your moon is in Aquarius. She's the humanitarian too, and wants to heal everybody. And the Gemini, very creative with the Gemini with a Gemini. It's so creative. So there you go, Miss Susan. It's a 12th house. Revamping my, what is that?
Business.
Oh, okay.
That's a typo, but it's business.
Yes. Yes. Perfect time to do that. It is things that no longer served you in that business. Saturn's going to say, I want you to look at this again because it's 12th house. It's basically time to clean out the closets. Yeah. It's time to revamp. This is perfect. And even in my notes, it's the closet. Things that are outdated, gone.
If you haven't worn it in 3 years, donate it. If you haven't thought of somebody in 3 years, they come up back around, ask yourself why. Learn from the situation.
That's right.
And Brenda, wait a minute. Will Taurus see karma too? Yes. That depends on.
Yes. Yeah. Saturn is karma. Saturn is karma.
But it depends on your this current life, your past lives, as to what's going to come through. We can't predict that.
Right. You don't, and sometimes I think that other people, their karma, you might be there for them to learn a lesson as well.
Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with learning. That's how we grow.
Susan, I am now doing that, cleaning my closet. I know. I've been cleaning out closets now for a month and a half. I'm done.
I spent the last 5 years cleaning out this closet and this closet.
No more closets.
The house fire kind of took care of my house closets. But I had to take care of these.
Brenda says, I waited half of the year to see karma. I'm a good girl surrounded by evil people. So let it come, people.
Careful with saying let it come.
Yeah. Not right when it's coming tomorrow.
You don't want to say let it come unless you know exactly what it is and exactly how you want it to end. and exactly how you're going to handle the process. And don't, for any reason, ask what's next. Do not ask that question. Do not
Well,
ask that question.
And get away from evil people.
Mm-hmm.
It's time to release them. I know though. I know what you're talking about. Sometimes it's very, very difficult because I get it. It's not that easy sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm dealing with it right now.
Yes. Time for a shameless plug.
Oh, what mystery show are you on? Rift Nation, I had Mysteries Beyond the Veil, and it's for missing persons and homicides, true crime. So in April, when Rift Nation debuts again, revamped, reorganized, it's going to be Mysteries Beyond the Scenes, because there's a lot more than just Beyond the Veil, because we do interviews with missing persons. I have the families on. It's using forensic astrology to help missing persons. I have search and rescue people on that use the astrology maps. Families. We help families.
Yes. It's cool. I've watched it, listened to it. It's amazing. She is amazing.
Oh, that's so sweet. So we'll be back on. I've got a whole page of new cases, Keith, and we've got a case of yours that we need to look at again as well and bring things back.
The hair on my back and arms just stood up.
Yeah.
Right when you said that. Okay. The last information I got was Peggy Sells.
Okay, Peggy.
Peggy, I didn't get your birth date. I don't know if you already sent that to her in an IM.
Oh,
so we're going to need that.
Okay.
But the place is Chicago.
What?
Thank you. And the time is 3 p.m.
Okay, I'm sorry. Okay. That was I had a Libra moment. Okay, birth date.
Man, Libra is hitting the night.
I know. I know that. I know. Hello.
8/26/1956.
That's funny. 8/26.
And Renee says she's got a case for you to look at.
Oh, I'd love to.
I can jump in on that too if you don't mind, Renee. Something said jump.
Jump. We have fun. What time for Peggy?
3 p.m.
Oh, that's great, Peggy. Easy. Exactly. And city and state.
Chicago, Illinois.
Oh, Chicago.
There you go. And Renee, I'm going to be looking for your input on the case I'm talking about too, and we'll talk about that.
Okay, let's look at this.
We do. We got this.
This is fun looking at these, isn't it?
Yeah.
Third house, Peggy. And what's really nice is we're getting a lot of variety of houses. So you get kind of an idea of how it affects you differently. So it's kind of neat. The third house, Peggy, is communications.
There you go.
How you listen, how you speak to people, anything in the communication and listening area. That's let's see what else. Mental ability, your networking, mental abilities. What else? How you listen as well as you speak. Let's see, what do my notes say? The words equal manifestations with mental output. Does that make sense? It's a house of communications. You know, that the third house, and I know this so well because this is the house that when you look at what's called mundane astrology, this is a big shift into the United States chart coming up. Pluto's going into the house of media, which is the third house. And it's communications, but it's how we speak. So that's what you work on. Am I listening? Where does my lesson is it far as listening? Is it how I speak to people? Is it how people speak to me? That's the questions you ask for on that one. That's an easy house to kind of nail down.
Yeah, and if it's how people speak to you, what kind of boundaries do you need to put down? Boundaries might be a thing to think about.
You're absolute. That's true. Very true. And then, you know, here we go again. You know, Virgos are really going to get this pop of this full moon too, because the head is not going to stop. So really take the time to all you Virgos and Mercury girls and boys, take the time to really calm the mind this week because it's going to be running on overtime. And then anxiety sets into a Virgo. They have anxiety issues.
Anxiety is worrying about the future. Depression is living in the past. Peace is living in the now moment. Okay. Right. This is what's going on right now. I'm in this awkward situation, or I'm in this really good situation, or I'm in this tough situation. How do I need to deal with this now? Now, do we need to worry about the future? You know, we got to plan for stuff. You know, this is coming up. I got to plan for it. Cool. Don't dwell in it. This happened 20 years ago. Why am I still feeling it? Work through it. That depression will go away. It ain't easy. Don't let anybody tell you it is. It ain't. Peggy, that hits so close. Everyone says my tone hurts me.
Really? Well, and you see, here's the thing. Let me see it. Are you Sag rising? Sagittarius rising. See, Sagittarians have this is the personality that people sees. People think it's their sun sign. It's really their rising sign as what you project. And Sagittarians are very, very honest. Sometimes they're honest to oops. Sometimes you got to hold that back a little bit because that's what they do. You know what I mean? They say, well, and they're so honest and it kind of does that. So Saggies are the fun ones. They're the partiers. They're a blast. They're the ones that you invite to your party because then you won't have a boring party. Very much so. And, you know, that's something that with the Sag rising, maybe take the time and say, am I? Yeah, they are. And Sages are extremely blunt. So maybe it's like,
Peggy,
am I saying things correct? You know, how are people taking what I say?
Yeah. And before you say something, Steve taught me this. Before you just blurt something out, take a step back. Okay, is this the right atmosphere to say this in? Does this need to be said now? Is this truthful? Am I saying this to hurt somebody or to try to get my opinion out? Can I change the way I need to say this so it's not so rough on the other person? Or does this need to be blunt?
If I went through all that in my head, I'd forgotten what I had to say.
Maybe there's a reason why.
But you know, you're an Aries rising. It's a little fire signs have a tendency, it just kind of comes out.
I got to step back. I got to take a minute because I can word vomit just like anybody else. The other night, I am so proud of myself. The other night, I had to go to a city council meeting. I haven't been to a city council meeting since I resigned my chair. And they're looking at deleting the police force because lack of officers. I was asked to join a committee to look at this situation to see how we can repair the situation. I'm giving it thought, and I got information tonight, which I'm probably going to go ahead and do this. I swore off politics when I quit my chair, but our community needs some help, so I'm going to step up and do what I can. But I was so proud of myself in that meeting, because one of my pet peeves, and I do my best not to do this to other people, is talking over somebody.
Right.
Especially when they ask you a question, you start to answer and you don't give the answer they want. So they start talking over you so that nobody else in the room can hear your answer.
Yep.
Happened 3 times, same person, same conversation. As he's talking over me, I stopped, I sat back, took in a breath, let it out, held my finger up. This person stopped. I said, "Mister, do me a favor, please." He's like, "What?" I said, "I gave you the respect to listen to what you had to say. I didn't talk over you. You've talked over me 3 times. You're disrespecting me in front of this entire council. Please give me the respect of allowing me to verbalize myself." The officer that's quitting giggled. Other people in the room giggled. Some of them blushed and went, "Oh my God, I don't believe you just said that." And he's just like,
Well, it's true.
but I did it in the right manner. I didn't stand up and yell and scream and pound my fist on a table. I sat back, take a breath, thought the words, and out they came in the right way. That takes time to learn. That takes time to practice. But I'm very proud of myself that I did it.
I'm proud of you.
Nobody in that room could believe I said what I said to this man.
Well, I got news for you. Guess where Pluto's going? This is not the end of these meetings. They're going to...
Please tell me Pluto is not going into Uranus.
Okay, Pluto, which is going to be a complete transformation, is going into Aquarius. Guess what house it's going into in your chart?
In mine? Mm-hmm. I'm ready.
The 11th house, house of groups, civic clubs, your friendships. I cannot make this up.
You can't make that up.
No.
11. Again, with the 11. 1111, 1969. I live at the corner of 11th and K. That's 1111. K is the 11th letter of the alphabet.
I'm telling you now, you're going to get back into all this because apparently you're supposed to be there.
I originally joined city council because Shannon was captain of the EMS. And so I went to the meetings with him. And I saw what kind of common sense was in that city council at that time. And I was not impressed.
Well,
when it takes 6 meetings to understand that they have a grant for this specific amount, and it's going to cost the ambulance department this amount to get a new ambulance. Okay. Now, if you drop this and this off that ambulance to lower the cost, you're still getting that same grant. There was enough money to cover that, and they could not get it. It took forever to get them to understand that we live in Nebraska, so 4-wheel drive is essential. If we have the auto lift, that's going to save back injuries, and it's covered in grants.
Well, why didn't you get it? Did you get it?
Got it.
Good.
We got it.
You're needed back there. Perhaps.
And that's why I ran for city council. And I'm gonna toot my own horn here.
Yeah.
In the state of Nebraska, I won by the largest margin, even though we're a small town. I was the first libertarian to get elected in Nebraska, which allowed the libertarian presidential candidate to get on the presidential ticket without going to each state and filling out all these petitions and everything else. I did that.
Well, I think that's wonderful. Maybe,
and
maybe
then I was put
it's a stepping
into
stone for politics.
I was
Maybe
put
you should be
into
the mayor.
a situation. Well, I thought about running, but there's certain things that are going on in our community that are still going on, which are why I stepped. Some of the reasons why I stepped down. I can't say exactly what, because they were discussed in closed door meetings. But once those aspects are taken care of and taken off the table, maybe I was this close to running for mayor this year, and I'm pretty sure I would have got it. But that's a lot of time. That's a lot of work. That's a lot of effort. And I'm not really in the place yet. So I held off.
It's a 20-year cycle.
It affects your mental stability, dealing with these people. If somebody calls you, guess what? You got to answer your phone. I got this bitch. You're going to hear it. It's difficult.
You got 20, Pluto's a 20-year cycle. You got 20 years to deal with it.
So I got time to be president.
Yeah. I cannot make it up. It's hitting the 11th house for us. I know. We'll talk about that next week, because or in the next couple of weeks, because all we have to do is say, oh, my Saturn was in whatever house. It's the house behind it.
Shannon, if you're still watching, have you ever went out with the mayor? If not, do you want to?
Shannon can date the mayor. Brenda says, I hate to say it, but I'm taking you guys' advice. I'm going to write that right. I'm going to cry. I don't care if I cry everywhere I go. I'm so happy this moon is coming. I need a mood for ending. Some beginnings couldn't come. That's wonderful. Yes.
Proud of you, Brenda. Proud of you. Keep it up.
Last for the moon phase. The energy will last. Well, see, they run in cycles. So the ending, this is the ending. And then you look back. I'll have to look for you. I'll find out. But it's Virgo. And you'll want to write it down. I think it's wonderful, Brenda. It's going to be a crier of a moon. There's a lot of Pisces energy. And you need to do this. It's healing. With Chiron in there, you'll heal.
Yes.
Very healing.
Yeah. And Chiron is the wounded healer. I was wounded. I wounded myself, and I had to heal myself.
Don't let it be a crutch with Chiron, though.
Right. But Chiron assisted me in my healing process.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But yeah, Susan, you're not wrong. Too much negativity out there in that meeting. It was nothing but we can't.
Well,
and that's where I spoke up and said, if that's all that's going to come out, guess what? It ain't going to happen. And that's when this person started talking over me, and it flipped my switch, and I had to just sit back and take a breath, calm myself right back down, say, okay, handle this in the right situation.
Well, and what's going to happen too with Saturn on the collective with Pisces, it's religion, and it's all of this woke stuff, all this woke junk is gone. It'll be smashed. So we don't have to worry about it anymore. It'll be gone. Saturn's going to put the grips down on it. So there you go. That'll be gone. So I think a lot of that attitude comes with that. It's an entitlement attitude.
Yeah.
It's like, it's entitlement.
I can do this job because I got a participation trophy and right.
It's time to throw participation trophies away. It's first, second, and third. We're done. We're all done.
Yeah.
We're done. We're there. And trust me, watch when we come on again in 2 weeks. I'm going to be curious to see what's happened when this shift hits.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Always try to work on your creativity. I mean, that's gonna lead to new things.
Sure. Yeah. Absolutely.
As we say that word at the exact same time.
Absolutely.
In Lulu.
Well, honey, I'm going to get off here so I can get ready to go to bed. I got to get up early.
Okay.
But we will do Pluto in 2 weeks. How's that?
Sounds good.
Does that sound good?
We're going to do Pluto instead of Pluto doing us. I like it.
Yeah. We'll do Pluto.
Yeah. And we'll leave Uranus alone.
Oh, and then Peggy says that hits so close. Everyone says my tone hurts me. Yeah. I think that's neat. Very blunt. I love seeing comments like that because they're very, very accurate. Astrology is very accurate.
It is. It really is.
It's scary accurate.
If we pay attention to it and learn from it instead of fighting it.
Well, the thing with astrology is the planets do not control you. You control the energy. It's just out there to help and assist you.
Yeah, they're trying to help us. Whether it seems like it or not, they're trying to help us. The universe, spirit is trying to help us. But if you sit there and constantly complain about your job, I want out, I want out, I want out, I want out, you might just go up and get fired with no plan. Okay, here, you're out. Now what you gonna do? I need a new car. I need a new car. But you don't save. You don't do this so you can get a new car. You get an accident. Guess what? You're going to have to get a new car. How are you going to do it now? So you need to ask. You need to be kind of precise on how you ask for things. Don't negatively bitch and moan and groan because you're going to get what you're asking for. Mercury, when Mercury is in retrograde, if you are spouting out the negative, Mercury hears that. Okay, you want some more? Here you go. You spout out the positive. Oh, cool. Here you go. Mercury gives you what you ask for. So be careful how you ask.
And be careful. It's right. What you ask for. It's because it does happen. It'll come back at you one way or the other. But Saturn's a great teacher. And don't look at any of this gloom and doom that's on the internet right now about Saturn and it's this and it's that. And yes, it's endings. Yes, I know that deaths are high right now. I get that.
The tower in tarot is an ending. That tower falling, that tower moment.
Right.
That is things being removed from your life so that can make room for new, better things to come in. Is it a bitch to go through the process? You're damn right it is. But it's going to be well worth it if you let it flow and stick to it.
Correct. So don't let fear come in because that's a low level vibrating feeling of Saturn is fear. Yes. Yeah. That's right, Gail.
When I got scammed out of $62,000.
That makes me sick.
And I was left with a negative $5,000 in the bank, which the bank still wants back, by the way. I had to take a moment because negative, low vibrational thoughts hit. The old thinking hit. I lost everything. I lost everything. I lost everything. Now, what am I going to do? I don't have a job. What am I going to do? So I had to sit down. Okay. You don't have a job. File for unemployment. Okay. I was never going to do that because I had money. Okay. That was a chore from hell. And then they're fighting it. I'm still in the process of fighting it. It is what it is. I got to let it flow. Okay. Next step. I got to get a new job. Okay. So I started applying for jobs.
That's right.
I did not go to McDonald's and apply. I did not go to Burger King and apply. I applied for jobs that I honestly wasn't qualified for. And I got interviews. And a couple of these jobs, actually, some of them I were qualified for. And I could have had them. But Spirit said, no, that's not where you need to be right now. Be patient, be patient, be patient. And then all of a sudden, the guy that hired me, he needed an oxygen sensor socket. I was on city council with him, and he calls me up. Hey, I need this. You got this? Yeah, come on over. So he came over. I got the socket, handed it to him, gave him a tour of the house. We got to talking, told him what happened. He's like, come work for me. Come take a tour of the plant. Come work for me. Okay. So I went and took a tour of the plant. Originally, we were discussing, it's a Akuma. They make battery cases, plastic battery cases, from anything from, little batteries like this up to tank batteries. I looked, okay, I can do this. I've got physical limitations because of arthritis and this and that.
Right.
Shoulder being ripped out. I'm like, I think I can do this. And then he thought a little bit. It's like, wait, I've got this opportunity in this other department. I don't give this to just anybody. I got to know your skill set. Would you be interested? Yes. So now these machines are as long as my living room and dining room. That's how big these plastic injection machines are. And the molds, some of these molds are 10,000 pounds. They're anywhere from like 250 to 10,000 pounds. And the tooling department, which is what I'm in, we take these, we tear them apart, we repair them, keep them in operation. And that's what we do. It's a little more physical than I thought, but so far I can do it. I'm doing a decent job. I'm still employed and I like it.
And you like it?
Yeah. The only thing is one of the people I work with is a Gemini and they like to talk. And Scorpios don't like to talk.
Listen, Gemini is in Mars. Mars is out of bounds. It's going to stop soon. Just hang in there.
I'm adjusting. I'm learning to deal with the process.
And they do. They chat. They're chatty. Air signs are chatty. Aquarius and Libra, throw them in there. They're chatty too.
And they can take a 5-minute conversation, make it into 3 hours.
Yeah.
No, just tell me what. Okay, hear this. Okay, let's go back to work.
Drives Scorpios crazy. It it does. It's hilarious to watch. I love to sit in a room and like watch a Libra talk to a Scorpio because they literally they're done,
Yeah.
But I'm out of here too, guys. Have a great full moon. Be gracious and let's go Saturn. Here we go.
Yeah, let's go.
Welcome Saturn into your life to show you what we need to learn.
Up and forward.
Here we go.
Up and forward. High vibe and let's do this.
Full speed ahead.
Good attitude.
Have a great week. Yep. Have a great week.
We ride at dawn.
Thanks, everybody. I hope you all enjoyed it. I will see you in 2 weeks.
Sounds good, girl.
Have a good one, sweetie. Bye, Shannon. Bye, guys. Thank you.
Night.
Night, hon.
You're welcome. Getting back to the story, that was a very bad day for me. And then I had to think, no, this is just another day. It's not a bad day. It's not a good day, but it's not a bad day. This happened. You have to figure out how to deal with it. So I started calling law enforcement. I started that process, and it turns out that I had to contact what's called the IC3. They deal with foreign securities exchanges, which is what my assets were at that time because I was doing some investing. And you put your initial report in. They let you know, okay, we got your report. They deal this out to whatever law enforcement agency in whatever country that they see fit that they need to. And then you wait because you cannot contact them again. There is no phone number. There is no email address. I called the Omaha FBI office. They can't even get in touch with these people. So I just have to wait. So I went out and got my job. It was 3 years before I thought I was going to have to get a job. I had it planned out so I could afford to live 3 years not working, finish my house, write my books. That changed. So spirits tell me I need to figure out a different way of doing things. Okay. Am I still butthurt about it a little bit? Yeah, I am. Anybody would be. But I figured it out. I am now gainfully employed. I have insurance now, well, I will after my 90 days, which is something I never had before. I'm making a better wage Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. I get weekends off unless, they absolutely need me to come in and fix a broken machine because it's a rush. I'm cool with that. I'm in a better situation. And I'm thankful for that. Did I have to go back to work before I wanted to? No, I got to go back to work before I wanted to. So just think of where I'm going to be at in this job in 3 years. I got to look at it as a jump start. I'm not going to be starting out somewhere in 3 years. I'm already going to have 3 years into a company in 3 years. So you got to sit back and teach yourself how to look at things differently. I also learned that it's okay to ask for help, which is something I don't do unless I absolutely have to. And doing that, I got a little assistance, which got me from this point to today. So I'm okay. So just let things flow. If you need to, take a step back, take a breath. Let the thoughts go. Let them go. Let them roll. But don't let them take over. Don't dwell. Use them to learn. But on that, I'm going to hop off here. I got a phone call to make. So thank you again for joining in to the Otter's Den this evening. Like Joni said, we'll be back in 2 weeks. And I'm going to see if I can't come up with a guest for this coming Monday. So if I do, I'll make an event and put it out. Keep up the good work. I'm proud of you all. Yes, Renee. Be like water. Let it flow. You pour the water in a cup, the water becomes the cup. You pour your water in a toilet, it becomes the toilet. Don't become the toilet. No, don't become the toilet. All right, I'm going to hop off of here. Thank you, everybody. You have a good evening. And we'll